Hello there, good to be with you. Welcome to Cruising with the Stars. Now today I've got a lovely young man. He's a vocalist, but he's also a very, very talented actor as well. I don't think he quite knows which one he wants to be because he's very good at both of them. It's Jason Allen. Good to be with you today, Jason.
And you, thank you.
Thanks very much indeed for travelling. So you've come all the way from Kent
today.
Long journey.
4.5 hours.
Oh, we're worth it.
Yeah.
We're like L'Oreal, we're worth it. And you brought your friend with you. Is he a long-time mate that you know?
He sings with me a lot.
Oh, right.
Yeah, he's a singer as well, so we do stuff together all the time.
That's great. So you're never bored. You do quite a lot of different stuff, don't you?
Yeah, much as possible.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah.
okay. Right.
Try to keep busy.
Well, what we're going to do, we're going to just take a look at a little bit of a song from you, and then we'll hear the whole lot in the final bit of the show. Here he is, Jason Allen, and a little sample from Mr. Bojangles.
Mr. Bojangles, it's Mr. Bojangles, it's Mr. Bojangles, come out and dance, and dance, and dance, please. Mr. Bojangles, Mr. Mr. Bojangles, come out and dance, dance, and dance, please dance. Come back and dance, Mr. Bojangles.
Oh, lovely. Who is that little girl there dancing?
Lucy, one of my regular dancers.
Right.
Yeah.
She only looks about 10.
Yeah.
Doesn't she?
Turned 18, I think.
Oh, right. Well, I hope so.
Yeah.
Where was that filmed?
That was the Hazlitt Arts Centre Theatre
Right.
in Maidstone.
Oh, lovely. She was a nice little dancer, isn't she? So how old were you when you very first sang?
Oh, God,
and someone said, or you thought to yourself, well, I like this, I'm quite good at it.
Oh, I've been singing since I was a kid. I can't remember exactly when.
Yeah.
But I started singing to sort of going to age concern care homes and things
Oh,
like
right.
that. Started out that way, then I got involved with musicals, decided that that's the path I wanted to take. I wanted to be an actor and do things like that. And then moved on to college and then drama school and did all that really young.
So you did it all the proper way. You did your school, you did your GCSEs.
Yeah.
Which school did you go to when you were? Did you do your A levels at school?
No, I went to do a BTEC in Performing Arts to fill the gap between that and drama school.
Right.
Then took a year out and went off and done a tour, children's theatre tour around the country in Ireland and everywhere else.
Oh, right. That's sort of TI, theatre education.
Yeah.
It's good fun, that, isn't it?
It's good, and it is an education.
It is.
Because you get involved with everything, and it's a good sort of rehearsal for the future, really.
Well, I always find with friends of mine that have done theatre and education, they all are loaded into one rather decrepit van with all the equipment and everything. Was that the case with you?
Exactly the same. Melted cheese sandwiches on the dashboard.
That's it.
Every single weather.
Yeah.
You know, up earlier than we've probably been since.
Yeah.
You know, so and all over the place, and it was great because it is an education. Because if you can do that and you get involved with putting all the setup, running the sound, and it's, and of course all those years later, 14, 15 years later, I'm now obviously doing all this and doing all my own sound sometimes, and it's stuff that I all learnt from those days, I think.
That's lovely. I think as well, with children are a great leveller, aren't they? You go in, I mean, I've done a little bit of it myself many years ago, and if they're the older children, I think they're the scariest. 14, 15, maybe even 16, and they sit there as if to say, you're not going to pretend to be a tree, are you? And all that. The little ones are lovely. They really enjoy it.
They get caught in the imagination of it.
Yes.
But the older kids, they really want to sword fight you.
Yeah.
And stuff like that, and it hurts. It hurts.
It hurts. So, which school did you go to? Which theatre school did you go to?
Went to the Academy Drama School in East London.
Yeah.
I mean, going back, it's 1999.
Yeah.
To 2001 then. So, and it was a tough 2-year course.
Really? Is it? What was tough about it? What did you find the hardest?
I think it was just because I think also it was an age thing. When I was 20 years old when I started there, so I kind of did my growing up there as well.
Yeah.
You know, and all these things that you kind of think about the business that you think that's what all the reasons you think you want to do it become completely thrown out the window within the first term. You suddenly realise that actually it's different to how you imagine.
Yeah.
And you grow up in that whole period. If someone spoke to me about Stanislavski a couple of years before on a BTEC, I'd have gone, boy.
Yeah.
But there, you do it at drama school, you put it into practical, And suddenly you think, yeah, I can do this.
And you really enjoyed it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, that's excellent. Well, look, we're going to take a listen to you singing another song now.
Okay, great.
So here is Jason Allen and Something Stupid.
I know that there's a chance you won't be leaving with me. Afterwards we drop into a quiet little place and have a drink or two. Then I go and spoil it all by saying something stupid like I love you. I can see it in your eyes, you still inside the same old lies you heard the night before. And though it's just a line to you, to me it's true, I've never been so right before. I practice every day to find some clever lines to say that make the meaning come true. And I think I'll wait until the evening gets late and I'm alone with you. The time is right, your perfume fills my head, the stars get red and all the nights so blue. And then I go and spoil it all by saying something stupid like I love you. I practice every day to find some clever lines to say and make the meaning come true. Then I think I'll wait until the evening gets late and I'm alone with you. The time is right, your perfume fills my head, the stars get red and all the nights so blue. And then I go and spoil it all by saying something stupid like I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you.
There we go, Jason Allen and singing Something Stupid. That was lovely. Who was that young lady?
That's Joanna Clements.
Yeah. Is she part of your band?
Yeah, one of my main pianists. Yeah.
She's very good, isn't she? Do you, as far as possible, use live backing?
Whenever I can, yeah. Yeah, because it's so much nicer with a live band. And because of the American Songbook thing, you get to put your own stamp on the songs a bit more.
Yes.
Now we can put instrumentals in where they're not there, and we can sort of work with it a little bit and change the keys a bit, do bits and pieces, and that's nice. It's nicer that way.
It's much better, and I think from an audience point of view, if you're looking at someone and it's not formulaic, and they sing to the same backing again and again and again and again, and also you're on the edge of your seat slightly because there's always the chance that something will not go perfectly.
Yep.
Has it ever not gone perfectly for you?
With track or with
no, with your backing band.
With the band, I actually feel safer with the band actually, because I'm not responsible for everything. If I'm on my own, I'm responsible for the sound and everything else. When I'm with the band, I don't have to worry about it. And also, and if there's an occasion, not that I ever have, but if there's ever an occasion where you miss a word or something like that, you've got a fantastic sax player there who's playing along, and it covers it all.
And it's also, I know, because having done both, you can be a bit lonely on the stage when you're there, and you turn up at a gig on your own.
Yeah.
You put up your PA, you stand there, you sing like Billy No Mates, then you go off into the night.
go and sit in a hotel room for a bit before we go on. It is, and it's nice, and you've got people to share it with. And you've got nice photos as well. Someone to take pictures.
Lovely.
And it makes it much nicer.
Good. Who's your biggest musical influence?
I think it changes an awful lot. But I'm a huge Jamie Cullum fan.
Yeah. I like him.
I love the fact he took a lot of these songs that we all knew, but then just kind of reworked them, made them, and I kind of really like that.
Yeah, I know. I love Jamie Cullum. I think he's super, and I love his show as well. Well, look, we're going to take a little break now, and then we're going to have more of the wonderful music of Jason Allen coming up in 2 minutes. Hello there, welcome back. Today I'm chatting to a lovely gentleman. He's a vocalist, all different styles, but travels with his band, and he's also a very talented actor as well, Jason Allen. Jason, when you went to the theatre school, what did you think was going to be your first job out of theatre school? What were you aiming for? I
thought when we left, we were told when we left that theatre would be harder to get, and we would go into sort of television bits and pieces.
Yeah.
And that had completely the opposite when I came out. It was kind of straight into sort of fringe plays and you know, no money jobs, and things like that to kind of build your CV. So so that was a bit different, but I think better. Yeah. To be honest, because I think that's what I've worked out over the last sort of 11 years, is that I prefer being on a stage. Yeah. I don't really prefer being on the television side of things.
No, it's funny that to say you don't prefer it, because sort of most of the people I know in the business, they'll just give their left leg to do anything really. Yeah. But you know, I suppose you're a young, good-looking dude, the work comes in a bit easier. What type of role do you normally play? Do you get typecast at all?
Yeah, I went through a phase of just playing kind of your romantic lead kind of roles. Yeah. And I was all look at the character actors and sort of see them playing these big scenes and have the comedy songs in the musicals and all of that. And I'll be envious of that. Yeah. You know, I want to play them kind of roles. Yeah. You know, so that's part of the reason why I kind of moved towards the singing side of things, really, because you kind of feel you're playing the same role in different shows. Yeah. After a while.
What's been your favourite role in theatre up to now?
I did a small production of Jesus Christ Superstar several years back, and I think that was just fantastic.
What part did you play?
I was Jesus.
Oh, brilliant!
So that was fantastic. Yeah, it gave me a chance to be a bit different to how people perceived. Yeah. Things like
did you go on tour?
We done a small show of it, so I wasn't sort of all over the country, but it was just fantastic. And that's what appealed to me most, really, because you know, to get that opportunity to play that in a small production, and everything else, and that was just great.
Oh, how lovely!
You don't get those chances very often.
No, not at all. And have you ever auditioned? Have you ever actually gone down to the Smoke and auditioned for any West End musicals?
I've been up for more auditions than I have jobs, I think.
Really?
To be honest, yeah. Oh. Which is the norm. Everyone
no, that's
does,
the norm. You know. You audition for.
You get used to knockbacks.
Yeah. What's the closest you've ever got to something fab?
We were Rock You several years ago.
Right.
Was great. Things like, but I've always been very much into kind of independent and new things. That's kind of always been the thing that I've really most enjoyed, and sort of taking something that maybe no one else has heard before, and not just go listen to the cast CD and things like that, and do something completely new.
Have you ever written your own musical?
No. I haven't written my own musical, but I've been involved in a few new musicals. I'm doing one, sort of working on one at the moment. Right. Which would be good. We're doing a demo for in a few weeks.
And what's the storyline based on?
It's actually based on the last battle that actually took part in Britain, on British soil.
Really? Which was that then?
About 1830, 1830s, between Canterbury and Maidstone. Yeah. And stuff. So it's a true story. I can't remember the name of the lead character off the top of my head right now. When you listen to that, but it's. But it was a story about this guy. It's got a bit of a Les Mis feel to it. Yeah. But it's kind of like a Braveheart on stage at the same time. Ooh. So it's really, really exciting how it's going to be, and the songs are fantastic. So we're doing some demos for that in the next few weeks, and then hopefully, if all goes ahead, there'll be some funding.
And you've definitely got a really major role written in it for you.
Yes. As long as availability when it comes about is there.
Yeah. Oh, it sounds really exciting.
So
that
sounds super. That's nice. Take something new and
make it your own and, new musicals, because I love Andrew Lloyd Webber, fab, but you do sometimes look for something new. You wanted something a bit different. Anyway, we're going to take a listen to you singing again. Here he is, Jason Allen, and Feeling Good.
You know how I feel. Breeze drifting on by. You know how I feel. It's a new dawn. It's a new day. It's a new life for me. And I'm feeling good. know how I feel, river running free. You know how I feel, blossom on a tree. You know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me. And I'm feeling good. Are you all feeling good too, yeah? Dragonflies out in the sun, you know what I mean, don't you know? Butterflies are having fun, you know what I mean. Sleep in peace when day is done, you know what I mean. And this old world is a new world, and a bold world for me.
Very good. Do you enjoy watching yourself?
It's weird, I haven't seen those for quite a while, actually.
Yeah, I was really impressed with the way you just sprung up on that table like a mountain goat.
Yeah.
That was super. I think you cracked it there. I think you clicked.
I think one day I think I'm going to go flying and fall on my backside and live.
I doubt it very much. It sounds like you sort of did it not easily, but you knew what you wanted to do. You went, you did your BTEC, you then went to school, stage school, then you went straight into theatre and education. Have you ever done any normal work?
Yeah, all the time.
Really? Go on,
yeah,
what
basically, well, not so much now, but in the acting days, yeah, I'd be on something finishes on a Friday or Saturday, and then I'm on a temp job on a Monday.
Yeah.
I took time out and did recruitment for a little while.
Oh, right,
yeah,
you were trying
finding
to
other
recruit
people jobs, yeah.
Yeah.
And I loved it for about a year. I loved the normality of it, and then after a while, I started to think, actually, this is not really what I'm supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
And then sort of take myself back into it again.
So for you, is showbiz, is singing and acting, is that your norm?
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you're doing what most people consider a normal day job, you feel like that's not quite right.
No, I'm the strangest person in the room when I'm in that sort of environment.
Yeah,
and that's the thing. So and it's just that itch. You sort of that itch to go back and do it again. And I don't think I'll ever go back again now. I think I've had that.
So is your work pretty constant? You have a confidence about where the next bookings coming from and what you're doing.
Which is the important thing. I know where my rent's coming from. I know all those things. And I mean, you got bookings. I've got dates up till next September in the diary.
That's
for
brilliant.
Things, yeah.
So
I've got lots of gaps. You sort of fill them.
Yeah, but
I can see that. I kind of know where I need to find and things.
Now, how do you reconcile between the singing and the acting? Which jobs do you go for mainly?
Singing.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's my main thing, really.
Yeah.
I do enjoy acting, and I do enjoy being in a good play, and in stage, but there's something about the buzz, and I think it's mainly the music that I'm doing at the moment as well. Some of those songs, they don't get bored. I don't get bored singing them, and they give me that buzz, and you're in your own little zone, and you know, it's just great. And some of the songs that you start doing, I'll probably sing better now than what I did a year ago.
Oh, I would say so, because you get more into them, you relax into them. So if you were asked to go for a casting for a soap, if you got the chance, you know, and the attendant pay packet and what have you, to be in something like, I don't know, Casualty or Coronation Street or Benidorm or EastEnders, is that something you would ever consider doing, getting into an acting rut for a year?
I mean, yeah, if something like that was to come forward, but I think of the way things are at the moment and where I am with my career and the sort of agents that I'm working with and things like that, I think it's probably in a different direction to that. But I don't think you should think too far ahead. I think maybe, you know, 10 years from now, things like that, who knows what I'll be doing.
Goodness sake.
And that's why I love it. Yeah. Because I don't know what I'm going to be doing.
I don't know what's happening 10 days from now. I don't know about that. Have you ever suffered from the sort of insecurity or angst of wondering what your life holds in the future? Or are you very, very laid back and cool about it?
Quite laid back about it. I think as long as I'm doing what I want to be doing, I think at the time, that's great. I don't worry too much about that. Enjoy the moment. At the moment, it's, you know, it's great. So you can complain about anything.
Well, I tell you what, I'm going to adopt your attitude. We're going to take a break. See you in a minute. Hi there, welcome back. I'm chatting to vocalist and actor Jason Allen today. Let me just remind you before I go back to him about this. These are very, very handy. It's a brochure with everything you need if you're going to consider going on a cruising holiday. It's got all the information in you could wish for. Call us on 0871 423 4444 and we'll send you one. It'll cost you 10p a minute from a BT landline and other networks and mobiles. They'll vary, of course. Or get in touch with us on the website www.holidayandcruisechannel.co.uk, and if you do it that way you get it absolutely free. Back to Jason now. Have you done much travelling then? Have you travelled abroad with your work?
Yeah, occasionally with different acts, not always on my own.
Yeah.
But I go all over the country and places like that. Yeah. And get to see things and stuff. And
you also, now this surprised me, you're part of an ABBA tribute act.
Yeah.
So which one are you?
Benny.
Benny?
Yeah, I don't
Do you have
shave
to wear
for
a wig?
Yeah, I wear a wig, yeah. I don't shave for a week and I turn up all looking all scruffy and everything else. We put the costumes on and...
Yeah, and do you enjoy that?
Yeah, it's good because, again, it's nice to be part of something different and there's no pressure. And I've known some of those guys for years and, you know, sometimes it's obviously when it's not me, it's someone else, and when it's some of the other people change as well and things like that because everyone does different things.
Of course, well, you have to be, what is it, you have to be very flexible and be able to move in all directions to earn a living nowadays.
And the different gigs as well, you know, you do a lot of big festivals with that sort of thing, you know, which is nice. So you're sort of playing on a big stage to sort of 6,000-7,000 people that I wouldn't normally do.
Do you ever stay in a tent?
Oh, yeah.
Do you?
Yeah. Always, and all that sort of thing, all marquees, and we were in there in the rain and the wind and everything else. It's great.
Oh, I bet you enjoy it. I would actually categorically hate it. I'd be looking for the nearest hotel. We were supposed to go camping with some children a couple of weeks ago with the school that I'm involved with, and I said, I'll find a little B&B and I'll get up very early and come down every morning and make you fire. Oh, no, I'm not into camping at all.
No, I wouldn't blame you for
that. No, I don't like it.
It's just summer.
Yeah. Have you a lady in your life?
Yeah, I'm married.
Oh, right.
Yeah, got a little girl.
Oh, how old is your little girl?
She's 2.5.
Oh, what have you called her?
Yeah, Georgia.
That's a Georgia.
Yeah, as in Georgia. Yeah, Georgia. I've got the tattoo.
Oh, how lovely! Yeah. And what's she like? Is she starting to sing at all?
Yeah, she's quite a little show off.
Yeah.
She sings "Cry Me a River," which I quite like. Only the start, and then it kind of goes into kind of like she doesn't know the rest of the words, but she does that quite a lot. Yeah, which is good. I like that.
Great.
The stuff. Yeah.
And would you encourage her into the world of showbiz if she showed a leaning towards it?
Yeah, I want her to still go on and do university and get all her grades and have a good backup. But if she wants to do, I couldn't possibly stop her.
Of course you couldn't. That's great. And is your wife supportive of you with your singing career.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
she keeps the home fires burning with Georgia, and you can go and do what you have to do.
Yeah, well, she choreographs a lot of the dancers in my shows as well, because that's
brilliant.
what she used to do.
Oh, she was a dancer.
Yeah, so when we've got the dancers, all of that,
Yeah.
and all the stuff the girls do is generally her.
Oh, that's great.
Stuff,
What a lovely
so, yeah.
partnership. That
It's good.
sounds
And Georgia
super.
gets to come along and play on the stage and do all the stuff. And
Oh,
she
God.
sees it from that side as well.
Yeah, it sounds idyllic. Sounds
Yeah.
absolutely lovely. Anyway, we're going to take a listen to Jason again. Here he is with Some Kind of Wonderful.
All you have to do is touch to show me you understand, and that something happens to me, some kind of wonderful. Every time I little words, I just have to look at you. Everything seems to be of some kind of wonderful. I know I can't express this feeling of tenderness. There's so much I want to say, although the right words don't come my way. All I know is when I'm in yours, this world seems a better place, and that something happens to me, and some kind of wonderful. Yeah, yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to bring on the girls. Give them a big round of applause. Take a bow. And it's wonderful, baby. Oh, yeah. Oh, you're so divine. Oh, baby. Oh, I know I can't express this feeling of tenderness. Oh, there's so much I want to say, but the right words don't come my way. All I know is when I'm in yours, this world seems a better place, and something happens to me, and some kind of wonderful, and it's wonderful, baby. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's so fine. I understand. And it's wonderful, baby, 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 baby. Oh, it's so divine. I understand. And it's wonderful, baby, 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 baby. Oh, it's some kind of wonderful. So much I want to say. Thank you very, very much, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, Jason Allen with all his lovely dances. You've got a load of dancers there, haven't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, really good. If you could sing with someone, a duet, or you could have a duo with someone, who would it be?
I'd love to do a duet with Claire Till.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely love to do that.
Ah,
Yeah.
now Dan, you see, he's only a young lad, said Damaya, who Claire Teal off Radio 2, and she
Yeah.
does the big band show and everything. She's got
Yeah, does the
a
great English songbook.
Yeah,
Big
she does
British
the great
songbook.
English songbook. Yeah, she's very good, isn't she?
Yeah.
What is it about her voice that floats your boat?
I think it's the music.
Yeah.
It's the interest in the same kind of music.
Yeah.
Same kind of inspiration that comes in with it, I think. And again, it's kind of current. When
Yeah.
I do Peach Express jazz club quite a bit, and we kind of miss each other.
Yeah.
And stuff. So I think it would be nice to sort of do something like that.
Yeah, oh, that sounds sounds wonderful. And with the singing, do you ever sing for a couple of months and maybe it's been a slow couple of months, or the audiences haven't been that good, and you think, do you know what, I think I'll jack it all in, or I'll just go over to acting. Do you ever have those moments of self-doubt, or do you just barge on there?
No, it's to go on. I mean, yeah, you do some smaller gigs, you know, in a restaurant or something, and sometimes people are eating, you're not allowed to be too loud, you're getting told to turn it down, and so the response can be completely different to doing a hotel function the next night when everybody's buzzing for a Saturday night out. But to be honest, you kind of get into your own zone and go with it. And I tend to, and with restaurants, I do move around quite a bit and sit at the table, so I can kind of bring it back my way.
So it's not too bad, is it? Now, we've talked about your acting. What have you been in that maybe our viewers have heard of, any programmes that you've been involved in?
During my jobbing actor days, I did sort of walk-on bits on EastEnders, sort of pop in, say the odd line and out again. Yeah. Things like that. So, yeah, little bits and pieces like that, really.
Yeah. And what up to now has been the big highlight of your career?
I think Jesus was a highlight, because it was a part that I just wouldn't, you know, just really wanted to play. And probably wouldn't, you know, and that was great. And you sort of learn a lot from that. And again, I think everything's a highlight, really, because I think I seem to be continually kind of getting bigger and better things, and
that's brilliant.
You know,
so you've definitely
so,
seen a progression.
Yeah, I don't think the biggest highlight has come yet.
Yeah,
I think that's still.
Well, he's still so young, for goodness sake. It probably hasn't even slightly come. You are of the generation of things like The Voice, Britain's Got Talent, The X Factor. You remind me of Lee Mead. You know Lee Mead?
Joseph.
He won Joseph. You actually remind me of him physically and facially, very, very much indeed. When I saw him perform on one of the reality shows, I can't remember, it was Find Me a Joseph or something, and he did a Stones number in a totally different way, and I thought he was absolutely tremendous. He was brilliant. What do you think of those kind of shows? Are they something you would have maybe a couple of years ago had to go at or subjected yourself to, whichever way you look at it? Yeah,
I think that for me there's a bit of a fear factor with that. Yeah. You know, I think kind of go on and, you know, and sort of hope you're good, you know, because you've got to think about further down the line. Yeah. But I think they were great. I think great we're getting into the industry. You know, why not? You know, I'd like the Voice is as one I would personally would love to do. Yeah. Because I think that's it's a different kind of format.
It's a different concept, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's variety, and what I do, I think, is variety at the end of the day.
I think you'd be great on The Voice. Yeah. That'd be good. I'm a fan of Jessie J, you see. I think she never did like her, and then I saw her on that, and I saw her at the Olympic, the closing. Was it the opening or the closing of the Olympics? Closing. Yeah, she's absolutely tremendous.
She's great.
She's wonderful. Well, she's someone, and the Queen's Jubilee as well she was on. She's someone that's done it properly and done the stage school and all of that. Who else in your family, if anyone, is musical, Jason?
Nobody.
Nobody?
No. I kind of, it's something I just got into when I was a kid. I think my nan encouraged me with it. Yeah. And
is your nan, is she still alive?
No, it's not now.
No. Did she live long enough to see you actually do something with your voice?
She came to see Jesus.
Oh,
that
brilliant.
Was good. So I think she was probably the one that really encouraged me with it. Yeah. But there wasn't anyone I could look up to thinking, oh, they do that, I want to go and do that. Yeah. You know, it was quite strange like that. And I educated my parents into it. Yeah, they didn't watch musicals until I sort of started doing it.
So it's been the other way around.
Yeah, and now they've got all the videos and all the DVDs of them. They love it.
Well, listen, we're going to take another quick break, and we'll be back with you in 2 minutes. Hi there, welcome back. Today I'm chatting to a lovely gentleman, Jason Allen. He's got a super voice, he's an actor as well. Now you've been, it's a couple of years ago, but in some very successful films. Tell us about your films.
Yeah, well, the independent features, but they were great to make, but I never made a penny on them. Yeah. But they were great. I mean, Ugly Beautiful was... it's a bit of a chiller, a bit of a horror thriller that you kind of sort of throw back to kind of The Shining and things that maybe you don't see now, really.
Ugly Beautiful.
Yeah.
Right.
And that was good.
And what part did you play in that?
I was the lead hero stroke villain.
Did you end up dead?
No, but I think in the after story I probably do.
Yeah. Right.
Of the piece, but it was just nice. It was working with an independent film director, independent film crew. So everybody was kind of, you know, just there because they wanted to make something happen, and we did it in about 2 weeks.
That's really good. So that's Ugly Beautiful. And then there was another one, Features Uncut.
Uncut, yeah.
And what was that about?
Well, that actually had a featured Sean Williamson actually in that, and that was Phil West director of Greenacre Films.
Yeah.
And that was kind of taking this idea of taking like a live sort of a film. It was basically shot completely in one cut, hence the title Uncut.
Right.
So there was no editing in it or anything like that, and he was basically following with Steadicam all the actors round. So they basically filmed it about 4 or 5 times.
Yeah.
To get the right one.
Yeah.
And it was going through all the tunnels of a theatre, and it was all like.
And how long was this?
It must have.
What was the running time?
It would have been about 75, 80 minutes, I think.
No,
yeah.
I've never heard of that. So
when you weren't needed anymore, or
yeah.
you were dead, you
yeah.
had to stay in the green room, and you couldn't leave, because if you go out the door and sort of got into the shot, you kind of have to start from the very beginning again.
Yeah.
So it was a real experimental sort of piece, and that again, it comes back to liking to do something new and something different, and that was
hard.
Fun. Yeah.
No, so a 75-minute. Followed with one camera, and how many people were in the performance?
It must have been about 15, 20, because it's centred around a cast that were doing a panto.
Yeah.
And they all don't like each other, and they go into the room afterwards, and then gradually, one by one, they start getting killed off in these tunnels of this old theatre.
Right.
And I was dressed as a panto dame.
As a what?
As a panto dame.
A panto dame?
I was the panto dame in the theatre. I never took the costume off.
Yeah.
So that was different for me, again.
Yeah.
But
and did you get killed in the end for that one?
No, you never saw me again.
So who was the baddie? Who was killing them off?
It turned out to be, it was one of the female characters. I can't remember her name.
Right.
Top of my head.
Do you know, you've
I should have said that, because no one's going to know. If they ever see it, they're going to know it's a woman.
Well, it's funny, but you've really
piqued
my interest, though, because I've never heard of that happening, that it's just a single camera shot.
Yeah.
It's a bit like, do you remember Will Young did Think I Better Leave Right Now?
Yeah, it's that kind of thing.
Now, he did, that whole thing was done...
It's all done on a Steadicam.
On a Steadicam, one shot. And I thought that was amazing. I thought he was wonderful to do the whole thing, and all the people coming and pulling him.
Yeah.
So, but a 75, 80-minute version
it's
of
hard.
it.
You've got someone behind, sort of leading him as he's got this camera. And it's
funnily enough, now Dan will remember this, my Dan down my ear here, when we were at Shop, this channel I used to work for, and we're talking about 12 years ago, I think it was, one of our cameramen got one of those, and it was like body armour. It was like a Kevlar jacket that you put on, and the camera is attached to your chest, and it's got all different sorts of pistons and God knows what in it. It's, not pistons as a word, it's lots of pneumatics and everything, so that it's very, very smooth. And he used to follow us, and it looked like something out of RoboCop.
Yeah.
It was it was really, really fascinating. And the other one, Exhibit A.
Yep.
Now that, looking at my note here, it's been nominated for 3 BIFAs, the British Independent Film Awards, which is brilliant. So it was nominated for 3. Did it get any of them?
I don't know. I think it was nominated. It did won a Best Feature Award.
That's brilliant.
Yeah, I mean, it's a few years back now.
Yeah.
But that was good, because that centred on the idea of a girl being given a camcorder for her birthday, and then watching the demise of a father that's kind of been picked up on this camera.
Yeah.
It was very intriguing.
Very
sort of
powerful.
Film. Yeah, but it's all done through, you're sort of watching it almost through a camcorder, for some sort of little video camera, and it was it's quite intense.
Yeah.
And stuff, and that's it's got a distribution deal, but I don't know what's really happened with that since, but it is still available out there.
Oh, I'm going to have a look for that. So that's Exhibit A. Ugly Beautiful and Features Uncut. I'll have to have a little look for those. Well, look, we're going to have a listen to your final song now. And here he is, Jason Allen. Is there no end to his talent? Here he is now with Mr. Bojangles.
Jangles and he'll dance for you in worn-out shoes, with silver hair, a jump so high, jump so high. Then he lightly touched down. He told me of a time he danced with minstrel shows, travelling throughout the South. He spoke through tears of 15 years, how his dog and he, they would travel about. Then he started up and died. Oh, he started up and died. After 20 years he stood rings. He said, I dance now at every chance in honky tonks for my drinks and tips. But most of the time I spend behind these county bars. See, son, I drink a bit. Then he shook his head. Oh Lord, when he shook his head, I could swear I heard somebody say, please, please, Mr. Bojangles, it's Mr. Bojangles, it's Mr. Bojangles, come out and dance, 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 please. Mr. Bojangles, Mr. Bojangles, Mr. Bojangles, come back and dance, 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 please dance. Come back and dance, Mr. Bojangles.
Oh, lovely. Jason Allen and Mr. Bojangles. That was good. I love that song.
Yeah, it's another one.
Is it, what's his name? Sammy Davis Jr. He did it, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's great as well. He's super.
He's the best version.
Is there any venue that you would really, really give your eye teeth to perform in?
Ronnie Scott's.
Right.
I think that would be the highlight that hasn't happened yet.
Yeah. Can't you ring them and approach them? You have to take your fate in your own hands sometimes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you got to walk in there sometimes and just, you know, offer to sing for a meal.
Yeah. Do you know, we had Dan, who was it? We came here a week or two ago. It's only within the last 2 weeks. And he said he went into somebody's house and said, I'm a singer or I'm an actor or something. And he got the job. Oh, Dan, have a think about that. There was a guy and he actually did exactly... Oh, I know what it is. I know who it was. No. It was the guy that was a footballer. He was a footballer. Gosh, he's going to kill me if he's watching this because I can't remember his name. But he was working on... He was a car valeter. And he said I was big and I was fit and I played footy at night, you know. And then he knew where... He just went to this club and he walked in and he said, I want to see the director of the club. And he said, I want to play for you. And they laughed, took the mickey out of him, came to see him, and he was playing for the club the next week. Wow. So you've got to go to Ronnie Scott's.
That's what you have to do. Walk in and take your fate in your own hands.
You've got to do it. Do you write your own songs ever?
Yeah.
Oh, brilliant. How many have you got under your belt about?
About 9 or 10 that we're kind of working on specifically for an album that I'm hoping I'll be able to get up online next year.
Yeah. Oh, that's
it's just fun at the time to actually sit down and actually get them recorded properly, get all that done.
Yeah. It's finding the time, though, and the money as well, because it costs money.
Oh, yeah.
And, of course, you'd like to cruise, and I think you'd be super as a cruise ship singer.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what I'd love to do.
Yeah, well, we'll have to see if we can sort something out. Gosh, I should set up my own agency, shouldn't I? Jason, it's been lovely to have you on. Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you for having me.
And from Jason Allen and from myself, till next time, take care. See you.